Today on Top 3 Tuesday, we are going to be talking about back pain preparation or back preparation for CrossFit athletes. Hi everyone, it's Drs. Brandon and Andy here with Twin Cities Movement, and today on Top 3 Tuesday, we are going to be talking about back preparation for the CrossFit athlete. So if you are having a little bit of back pain in your workouts, it's not really preventing you from working out, but it's bothersome. These are our 3 favorite exercises. We cheated a little bit, it's probably more like 6, but our 3 favorite exercises for warming you up before your workout to hopefully reduce that back pain. So what we are going to do is start with the foam roller. So the first thing to do is to prep the tissues that typically limit you in things like a squat, right? The things that are really commonly done. So the first thing we want to do, cross this leg over the top of the other leg, and we are actually rolling the glute and the piriformis on the side that's crossed. So a lot of people like to do the opposite just because it feels natural, but that's not what we're trying to do. We're doing that. So, and it typically hurts. We want about, we want about 30 seconds on each side. Yep.
I really want to get both sides here.
And then once you've got 30 seconds on each side, we're just gonna slide on down and we're gonna roll your thoracic spine as well. So you might be noticing that we're skipping the low back. That's on purpose. So we're trying to prep the tissues on either side of the low back, just trying to get them ready to go for the workout. So what Dr. Andy's doing here, if you notice, is he's not just letting his head hang backwards. He's pushing his chin back into his neck and trying to really mold his mid-back over the roller without just letting his head flop. Good, and you can kind of, if you want to roll on one side a little bit more than the other, something like that, but just about 30 seconds. We don't want to get carried away. So next thing we want to do is we want to try and really get everything moving, stretched out. So again, we're focusing on hips and thoracic spine here, but what we have is Dr. Andy here in this nice quadruped position. So he's got knees out pretty wide, almost like into his squat. And then we're gonna roll all the way back and forward. So when he goes back, he's trying to get as much hip range of motion as he can here. He's trying to sit back into his hips. And then when he comes forward, he's trying to let his chest fall down between his shoulder blades here to try to get that mid back to extend. So you can hang out on the ends of this when you push forward and then when you push back for just a couple seconds, but back and forth 8 to 10 times. Try to mobilize everything as much as you can through there. And then last thing we do just as part of the warm up is a goblet squat. So a goblet squat is a really safe way to squat, full range of motion. The weight out in front of you changes your center of balance, makes it much easier to get a full depth squat with a safe low back position. So this really it greases that groove with the hips and a really erect thoracic spine. Just saves your low back. Very good, 8 to 10 of those. Maybe go through the whole thing 2 or 3 times before you go work out. And that should warm you up enough that hopefully you don't have that nagging, low back.
My hips feel great.
It's amazing. All right, thank you guys for watching. Share this on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to all of our social media stuff. You can go on our website. We have a newsletter we put out. You'll get these in your email if you subscribe to our newsletter every week. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.